The last 1 year has been a life-changing experience for people of my generation.
My family, as usual, wife and especially the children, actually they are very scared.
In March 2022, the Galle Face green in Colombo was filled with protesters as Sri Lanka experienced a significant anti-government movement. Aragalaya, the people's struggle, emerged as a forceful movement which eventually led to the ouster of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. A year after the protests, Colombo streets are peaceful and bustling with a renewed sense of normalcy. The country has been granted a bailout package from the International Monetary Fund. Luxury cars are back on the roads. Wedding parties and celebrations have returned to the European-style buildings in Colombo. Petrol stations and supermarkets are no longer plagued with long queues, and power cuts are scarce. However, the picture is not as rosy for the poor and middle classes of Sri Lanka. Essentials remain expensive, the Sri Lankan rupee is volatile, and the fuel and power crisis loom large. These factors have made economic recovery a difficult task, and the latest economic data shows that nearly 40 lakh Sri Lankans face food insecurity. Although it represents an improvement compared to the previous situation, communities such as estate workers, daily wage earners, and social assistance dependents are most affected. 1 in every 5 households are forced to skip meals. Adding to the economic crisis, Sri Lanka is now undergoing a socio-political upheaval. Young leaders who initiated the Aragalaya movement have become targets of the Wickramasinghe administration. They have lost their jobs, been arrested, and a few have even lost their lives.
And I was also trying to negotiate, talk to them peacefully to settle this. I was again pushed and I was intimidated and with hate speech and assaulted, pushed away. And then continuously I was followed by police from after July 2022 and searching me to be arrested.
Although Wickramasinghe came to power after President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa were forced to resign, his government relies on the support of the Sri Lankan Podujana Party led by the Rajapaksa clan. So it is not surprising that one of the first actions Ranil took was to force the protesters out from Galle Face Green.
There have been certain other forms of ostracization and marginalization and certain other what do you call non-formal ways of harassment. Death threats have become somewhat normal.
Unemployment remains a major concern in Sri Lanka, even among highly qualified individuals.
The skilled people that are migrating as well as the unskilled people. For example, we have a shortage of doctors now because a lot of doctors are migrating. At the same time, we do see a lot of people migrating for like domestic work, like you said, which again leaves that middle layer in the labor force, right? And that is going to be a significant issue, not just in terms of the actual number of people going, but also the skills that are being drained out of the country.
While attorneys and professionals can fight for themselves, the poor, less educated, and minority communities are left at a considerable disadvantage.
Basically, they are using 2 methods. By using laws, general laws, they are trying to oppress the people. At the same time, they are directly using 3 forces trying to take repressive actions against the people. So that is the current situation as far as the participants of the Aragalaya and other demonstrations are concerned. 22nd of July, I was assaulted and subsequently I was arrested and produced before court based on very baseless and frivolous charges. My family, as usual, wife and especially the children, actually they are very scared about the things which were going last few months.
Despite the setbacks, some observers say the movement made the younger generation aware of their political rights.
And in my generation, we did not have that mass mobilization of people, historical mobilization of people. And I think that is what we experienced on July 9th. So despite the fact that since July 9th, the Galle Face occupational movement has been dismantled, forcibly dismantled by the state, that moment last year was I would say, a decisive political moment for people of my generation, and it completely politicized a certain section of society permanently.
Despite the challenges faced by Sri Lanka, the power of Aragalaya changed the nature of political protests and consciousness in the country. Aragalaya united the Sinhala majority southern part of the country with a Tamil-dominated north, fostering a more cohesive sense of community across regional divides. People who had never opposed rulers in the past are now questioning broken promises and demanding accountability from politicians.